Okay, guys, hello. Welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone from wherever you are, from all around the world. A very warm welcome to our global community Zoom. So my name is Vincent here, and I will be your host and MC for today's special global Zoom conference. And of course, this is the first Zoom session ever since our global event at Dubai. So, of course, today we are actually united here tonight under one mission, which is to build a stronger community, to empower leaders, and even embrace innovation through our project like Phil AI Mining, Phil Social, Unlimited Orson, and of course, our collective Red Arms Project movement. Yep, Robert, you have a raise hand?
No, I was saying hello to Alan.
All right.
What's up, Robert? How are you, my friends? We know each other from before.
Hello, Alan. Welcome. So there's like a big crowd of people here. So guys, welcome. This is Alan Smithson. So he'll be the one of the speaker that will be sharing to us today. So thank you so much, Alan, for joining us. We're very proud to have you here today. So before we dive in, let's warm up the chat a bit. Maybe you can type in the country that you are actually coming from so that our admin team will highlight some of our response on the screen. So just make sure, guys, I mean, just to let you know, whatever that you type, right, all the panelists, all the VIPs, the speakers, the person who shares, they can actually sees it. So, wow, I see a lot of messages from all around the world. Okay, basically, it's just go global, right? So, yeah, a lot from Malaysia, Phuket, Singapore, Africa, UK, US. Too much. Okay, too much. Fantastic energy, guys. Very fantastic energy. So this is what makes our global community so powerful, right? Even though we are spread across continents, we came together today here in this line, in this Zoom, with one heart, one mission, and one vision, right? So today, we are going to hear the powerful insights from our leaders. So not only just that, we also have some updates that we have been waiting for very, very long time from our VIPs, like our founders and CEOs. And of course, we'll have open up our AMA session with our beloved Professor Dr. Jeffrey at the end. So guys, stay energetic, stay engaged, because this is the time, all right? So without further ado, to begin with tonight's program. Okay, we'll start to hear from two of our strongest and most inspiring community leaders. So doesn't mean that it's not you. So the next time might be you. Okay, so these are the leaders who actually lead by example. They build trust, they expand their network, they ignite the dreams of their own and others. So first off, we're gonna of course one of our very own powerhouse. So a little bit about him. He's affectionately known as the grandfather of the Western region. So just within 1 year of joining our community, right, he actually hit a remarkable milestones of R5. How amazing is that, guys? I'm very inspired by this person. Not only just that, under his leadership, his group has achieved over 50 million in sales in just a single year. So guys, just take a look at how your effort, your belief through our community can change a person's life. But what is even more inspiring, right? It's his consistency. He doesn't only show up for his own success. He has been a pillar of commitment to our community, whereby he always contribute to our event, in helping in building our culture, and now leading his own expansion into Asia as well. He is definitely the leaders of leaders. So a true architect of growth in our community, global community. So ladies and gentlemen, please put in a fire emoji in the chat as we welcome our powerhouse from Finland, Mr. Kim.
Hello, Vincent. Those words,
Okay?
Amazing. Thank you. Hello, community. Hello, leaders. Hello, all the CEOs what we have here on that Zoom call. I'm excited. I'm gonna take a little bit catch up from the last year. Actually, it is almost exact 1 year. I talked with Dr. Jeffrey first time, and then I went off the Zoom call. I said that I'm gonna start with something new. And you know, when we start to build community, people start to ask, "What is it? Are you sure?" And I said, "I have some instinct here. I have something going on." And they asked me, I think October, November. I said, "I still have something going on here in my heart. I feel it." And I keep that feeling every day until now. And now we actually are over 20 million in volume, Vincent, not 15 million. So 20,000 people around, 20 million volume. And I still feel we are starting something. I have something inside here, the instinct that we are building something enormously big. We started to boost Bitcoin mining, what we have done tremendous big. A lot of Bitcoins, every people in the community are happy. They are still happy. And the thing you see, I'm from Finland, but you see the flag here, Vietnam, right? This is the key. I have been here for 4 days now. I have never seen this kind of movement in a country for over 100 million people. They had an independence day of 80 years, just now, ended yesterday. 100, almost 10 million people are going with red shirts. They are singing, they are partying, they stand behind the country. They move mountains. And what is Vietnam now? It's one of the biggest countries growing in economy. Why I say this? When they stick together, they do amazing things. And now we have the tool. From this moment forward, we are building an ecosystem. What we are using daily, we are using social media. We get paid for it now. We are interacting all over what we use with the phone or computer. We, in this community, we are interested in crypto, blockchain, educational part, and we got all connected to one ecosystem. And why I took this Vietnam as an example, now we have only 20,000 people. But when we move with 20,000 people with action, consistency, day by day by day, and we have the CEOs behind who have the educational part, who have the connections, who can show the history of track record, we don't need anything else than focus, believe, and put in the work. And what would we be after 1 year? I can't even imagine how big steps we're going to take forward. We are on a big movement, and we have all the tools, all the people standing beside us. So I keep this talk really short because I know that we have a lot of things going in the coming hour. So see you guys in a few weeks in Phuket, and let's sit tight and put the volume on and listen to the people. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Kim. What a strong sharing from him. Yep, he is definitely right, because each of us, we have that one reason. We just have to find that one reason that will make us really push for it, push ourselves to the next level. Because like what Dr. Jeffrey always said, if we can shorten the time to the financial, to get our financial success, why delay it, right? Why delay it? So of course, Kim saw this opportunity. He leveraged our all of our resources very well. He sees it, he captured it. That's why he catch it very tight, where he holds it well, and he brings this and he shares it to the community on what he believes. So a very strong point, a very strong things that we should learn. We should take up as a role model ourselves, because today it's about what we do. It's about what you want. Whatever effort that you gave out today will definitely pay off. It's about the matter of time, right? So once again, thank you so much, Mr. Kim. So there goes our first speaker of the night. So coming up, of course, we have also our other powerhouse from the Southeast Asia. So a little bit about him. He started, I would say he started with nothing when he joins our community, but through grit, through determination, and the vision that he saw, he rise up to become one of the top producers for our PI in recent months. So what makes him truly special, right? It's not his result, but it's his heart. He is a natural motivator, someone who can unite his people under one vision and work tirelessly on the ground, side by side with his his leaders, whereby he's the kind of leader who doesn't talk only leadership. He live with it. He live with it. So today, he stands as the highest income earner among our Malaysian leader. So of course, his influence definitely stretch out across Southeast Asia, whereby he recently expanded it into the India market. So definitely a very potential, a very dedicated leader, a very visionary guy, of course, because he foresee this opportunity and he captured it very tight, whereby he follow us for every single event. So family, again, let's light up the chat with a fire emoji as we welcome Mr. Elvin Rush from Malaysia.
Hi. Thank you, Vincent. Wow, what a splendid, awesome introduction. Yeah. All right, guys. Hello, community. Hello to all the country leaders who are here in this Zoom, a powerful Zoom today. In fact, I would say that I won't take much of my time to share, but in fact, when I was given this opportunity to share my insights, I feel that I was like so happy to take this opportunity to share with you guys. Yeah. So before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Elvin Rush from Malaysia. Yeah. Like what Vincent say, I came into this community as a 0%. Why zero? Yeah. Why zero? You must understand. Yeah. I'm a networker for the past 15 years. I was a product-based guy before the COVID pandemic. After that, when I ventured into a crypto industry in the year of 2021, I was traveling more on ROI companies. ROI company means like companies like offering 1% daily, 2% daily. Yeah, no doubt at the beginning stage, I will make the money with my team. But along the road, 1 month, 2 months, slightly, when the companies start showing some red flags and all these things, they have to go to another community. Another company after that. But I had a very big blunder happen to me last year on the month of April, where I did lost most of my savings. And my community, which I built up for the past 4 years, I lost half of my community because of that particular company. I won't blame the company. I would say it's my greed. Yeah. Who won't have that excitement when the company says, oh, I give you 1% or 2% or 3%. Because of the greed, I went in. I convinced my team to go in. But after then, when things doesn't happen, the entire community, I won't say entire, half of my community just left me. Because in NEVO industry, basically, when you make money, you become the king. People will praise you. Wow, good. But when there is a red flag happens, when companies close down, we leaders, when we come forward to talk to members, we become the victim. They will scold us, they will get angry on us, and that's about it. I was like in a dark, in fact, last year, when I was introduced to this community at first, I was just wondering, community, what community is that? Right arm, project 3.0. In short, we call it RAP. What is this? Or community? Because I never heard about community. All I know, company, CEO, that's about it. But when it comes to community, I was just thinking, community, but thank God, seriously, the person who I met, Professor Dr. Jeffrey, we call him in short DSJ, he opened up my mind. Why? Was looking at a living figure who has established a big community from 2018 up to 2024 last year. 8 million over members throughout the world, 18 over countries. I was wondering, wow, so strong community. So I just thought, I want to give myself. But he told me that, Elvin, you give me your 1,000 days. I'll guarantee your 10,000 days of luxury life. Wow, that's great. That's why I participated last year on the MindRex project. Seriously, guys, it changes my life 360 degrees. Why I say that, yeah? I had nothing, and I was just in dark. I was just thinking what to do. But when I went to this community, I followed them. I followed their teaching. I followed their guide, everything. I rise. It changes my life 360 degrees. Where in last 5 years, I was not able to travel to overseas. Serious, guy. In Malaysia, there is a condition. If you have some particular loans that not paid, you can't travel. They will block your traveling passport and all these things. In RAP, I did manage to pay that amount. I managed to take my first flight to Phuket data center. I was standing at the airport looking at the departure hall, international departure. Wow, this is what I was thinking. Really, it gave me a different feeling, And when I start earning the money, I just start paying off all my debts and everything. I would say thank you very much to RAP. RAP is not just an ordinary community, a community that will change lifestyle. It changed my lifestyle together with my team, right? I would say thank you to my upline, Mr. Ziv, and also to Mr. Simon, who is here listening. They are really great guys, was guiding me. And of course, not to forget Mr. Vincent. He was guiding me from day one. Every time when I wanted to know something, I will just come to the office and get to know from him. Will teach me, and slowly, I'll. In fact, what Vincent says is true. For me, very simple philosophy. It's either you go in or you don't go in. But once you step in, you don't ever look behind. But when I step into a right part, that is right arm community. And of course, as I was traveling exactly 1 year, 1 year with my team, and I didn't know today, when I went to Dubai, I was hearing in Malaysia at that time, Dubai, there's an event going to take place. There's a movement going to combine all the businesses together. I flew down to Dubai. I experienced it. And I was so surprised to see today we are into another project. We call it, this is the project that's going to really make you to really experience financial freedom. Knowing that right arm community have already produced 100,000 financial freedom achievers. Why not? I would be the next person. So when I saw that event in Dubai, I was so excited. Legends here, legends, Field Social owners, Pastor Jerry Lopez, and Unlimited Orson owner, Mr. Allen. These are the giants, They are combining together. When they're combining together, I look at the movement, we are actually going to step into a bigger wave. And today, when I saw the particular project that they're going to move on, that is Peel AI mining, this is something going to rock the market. Because when I look at Peel AI mining, it is something like, I would put it in short, we are going to repeat back the Bitcoin history in the name of Pi. That's where today we are participating in this project, Peel AI Pi. Yeah. So I would say that first thing first is not only the community, but the management around. When I went to Dubai, I saw the entire management working very closely. I was surprised. Never in my life, I saw just a company alone. I mean, the owner only will come forward, and then they will outsource to some people and run the event. But today, the whole community, the whole management team worked very hard and make the Dubai event a successful event. Then came back to Malaysia. They worked round the clock to make this system. Yeah, our NEVO system is officially launched. Yeah, we had the Pi itself. We already start earning Pi, right? So, in short, I'm actually excited to hear from those speakers who are supposed to speak. I'm going to make my speech short. In short, I would say that we are actually in a very big Titanic ship. Not Titanic ship that sinks. This Titanic ship will definitely travel to the way out to achieve our financial freedom life. So what I would say that I'm feeling excited, my team feeling excited. We are not 100%, we are 1,000% confident and excited about NEVO. And NEVO, I believe that this is just a beginning. This is just a beginning. And again, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. I would like to talk a lot, actually. If you like, in fact, Vincent know my style. If I start talking, it will be hours. But to make it short, thank you very much again to our Professor Dr. Jeffrey, and thank you very much to all the owners. You know, right, who are the owners today for combining in this NEVO movement. And thank you very much to all the management team. Hats off to you guys. Let's do it. This is just the beginning. We are assured success. Thank you. Signing off, Alvein Rush from Malaysia. Bye-bye.
Wow, Elvin, amazing. Really, words cannot describe how I feel for you now. Really, guys, because everybody definitely will go through their thick and thins, their high and lows, but that doesn't decide who you are. As for Elvin, he don't stop there. Definitely, he went through a lot of hardship, a lot of things that came in his way. He been into a good fame, and he also been into the lowest, but he never gives up. So like what he says also, why I said I really feels a lot for him, because when he steps into the community, he was so negative up to a point where he can even affect our community member to be negative as well. But the moment when he sees it and he decides to do it, right, that's where he never turns back. And I still remember when during the start, when he are still, when he's still not able to travel, I still like stand beside him and I spoke to him and I said, it's okay, bro, because everything will go through and I will definitely meet you very, very soon one day in another country. And yep, the first time where he traveled, and I was so lucky and I happened to be there with him also. So we were standing at the airport custom. I was standing there beside him and said, bro, you see this 6 months back? This is, we were like in the office and said, you were stuck in Malaysia, you're stuck here, you're there. But take a look at where are we now? We are stepping on the land of Thailand where you are able to travel again. So that is amazing, guys. It's through the community, it's through the belief. Today, it's not about you want to, you can do it or not. It's about you want to do it or not. What Elvin has demonstrated to us is a definite dedication where he tell himself that I definitely want this no matter what. And that's where he go all the way and he never look back. So yep, once again, thank you so much, Elvin, for your inspiring sharing. Hopefully his sharing can also inspire you or any of our people down there in the market where you're facing the kind of issue where we also face. But it's okay, because today, just stick with us, because today we don't only just work in terms of business, we work just like a family. Doesn't matter which corner of the earth that you are actually at, we are still a family. Our intention is to make the world smaller and make our family bigger. Right? Okay, so once again, thank you so much, Elvin. So also a big thank you to all of our community leaders for their powerful sharing and inspiring words. So now, family, it's time to hear from some other visionaries like CEOs and founders of the projects that we are proudly incubate and supported. So like I said, guys, whatever that you type under the comment session, right, they are able to see. So guys, engage in and show them the power, our energy, show them what our community are made of. So these are the builders and are the innovators that help shape the future of our ecosystem. So, okay, guys, as I said, as each speaker comes up, as I introduce each speaker, and when they comes up, I want you to give the fullest engagement and show them the support that we can give, okay? So first off, our very, very first VIP guest of the day. He is someone who definitely can brings us a perspective from the highest level of finance. Why? Because his name is Mr. Robert Pedraza. So he is the Chief Financial Advisor to the AI Global Legend community. So tonight, he will open up our mind with his insights through an institutional lens. So by actually seeing in terms of the institution perspective, this can definitely help us see how financial strategies and decentralized technologies are converging to shape the future, right? So guys, he's here today with us. He's here to broaden our vision, to inspire us to think even bigger. So family, light up the chat with the word Robert and a fire emoji as we welcome Mr. Robert Pedraza for his mind-opening session.
Woo,
So, Mr. Robert,
Thank you.
the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm screen sharing. Do you see my screen? Does everyone see the screen?
Yep, clear, very clear.
Okay, great. So thank you for the introduction. I have just briefly about myself. I have over 40 years of experience in capital markets. Surprisingly, I'm now going to be 64 here in the fall. So it's been a long journey. But I've been a junior partner in an investment bank in New York almost 35 years ago. Been a managing director at Fidelity Investments, and also ran my own institutional equity trading business here in Princeton, New Jersey, and been a partner in a quant hedge fund strategy. I've also participated in 3 industrial technology turnarounds, and I'm now in a biotech initiative that we anticipate taking public at the end of 2026 or early 2027 for over $3 billion. What I've been asked to do today is give an overview and some perspective around give a global macroeconomic and capital markets perspective to what I feel is, how does the world exist today? So with 40 years of experience, I see the world obviously through this capital markets lens, and I step back and I wanted to analyze like the 3 sectors that the NEVO 3.0 ecosystem is involved with, as well as others. So my focus is I wanted to step back and look at philanthropy, artificial intelligence, infrastructure, and step back and really analyze what is the market opportunities that exist for this community within the context of the world we live in today. So what I see is a lot of pattern recognition. I see what's happening in crypto, digital assets, and decentralized finance is mirroring what I previously saw in traditional centralized finance. And I see that evolving, again, within philanthropy, social media, and AI infrastructure. So I wanted to take a step back, analyze those 3 sectors, and look at them in an unbiased manner through a capital markets lens. And my focus is the intent of my discussion is to contextualize what the NEVO 3.0 ecosystem brings to the global economy today. So with that, I'll start my presentation. What we're looking at here is the United States government publishes an annual report no different than any other public company in the United States of America. And this report is put together under generally accepted accounting principles, which is known as GAAP. And there's 3 primary financial statements. We have the income statement, balance sheet, and statement of changes in financial position. So this is actually taken off of the US government website. And this is the annual financial report. And if you look on the right, it was signed by Janet Yellen, the then Secretary of Treasury, before the Trump administration was inaugurated. And this is on January 16th of 2025. So this is extremely current information. What I've done is I've gone straight to the executive summary, and it summarizes the fiscal condition of the US government at the end of 2024. And in the executive summary, what I think is very interesting and a little bit deceptive is at the bottom 3 is really the 3 most important points that I want to talk about that are creating the opportunity and driving the adoption of decentralized finance, digital assets, and crypto. So at the bottom 3 on the left are highlighted. And what I did is I moved them over to the right so we can all read them. And I want to go through these because they're extremely important, and we'll talk about their impact. So what it says here, the first point is the statement of long-term fiscal projections shows that the present value of total non-interest spending over the next 75 years under current policy is projected to exceed the present value of receipts or money inbound by $72 trillion. And this doesn't include, as it says here, the non-interest net expenditures from the previous page. What this means is that on a present value basis, the government is going to spend 72 trillion more over the next 75 years than it takes in. But it quantifies that number in present value, which when you take present value, you are discounting back cash flows in the future to today. And the effect of that is it minimizes that number. the actual dollar amount in future dollars over 75 years is easily 400 to 500 trillion dollars. This is alarming. The second point it makes is that the debt to GDP, our national debt as the United States government, in relation to the annual gross economic output, no different than, let's say, my credit card versus my income versus my salary, currently sits at 98%, which means if I made $50,000 a year, I have almost $50,000 in credit card debt. But what it goes on to say is that in the next 75 years, that debt to GDP ratio is going to go to 535%, meaning my income is still 50,000, but my credit card debt's now over $250,000. That is financially unsustainable. And the last is even more shocking. Here in the US, we have what's called social insurance programs. And what it says is that Social Security and Medicare, which is like a health insurance for retirees and disabled, is projected to spend $78 trillion more than it takes in. So what am I really talking about here? What I'm talking about is the threats to the US government's financial position, and the world trade is based on the US dollar. And if so, what are we really worried about here? Is a potential devaluation and collapse of the US dollar, which would send shockwaves through the world. And that is what's driving fear, and that is what's driving people to decentralized finance, crypto, blockchain, and digital assets. In the next, this is not limited to just the US. So on the left, what I'm showing is the debt to GDP ratio of 35 countries. We're only in 5th place. Japan has 249% debt to GDP. This is alarming. Greece is at 168%. Venezuela, 146. So you can see these are the top 35 nations that are continuing to print fiat money, continuing to spend more than they take in, which is devaluing their currencies, and ultimately there could be a day of reckoning. All of this is driving people to blockchain, decentralized finance, Bitcoin, and other upcoming tokens, which will be discussed today. This is the context of the monetary system as it exists today. Now, let me go to the next slide. So where are the next set of opportunities to protect and grow your decentralized wealth in the rapidly advancing global digital economy? And the NEVO ecosystem has carefully selected cutting-edge blockchain, Web 3.0, and AI projects and integrated them into a super project that I believe, after unbiased research, will disrupt philanthropy, social media, and the infrastructure sectors, as well as others, including education. So let's first talk about, what do I mean by disruption? So what is digital disruption, and what are the disruptors to look out for in 2026? Let's define disruption. It refers to a change in expectations, behaviors, caused and expressed through digital capabilities, channels, or assets that radically alters the culture, market, industry, or process. And when does this happen? This happens when new digital technologies, services, capabilities, and business models affect and change the value of the industry's existing goods and services. And I believe strongly that the NEVO 3.0 ecosystem, super ecosystem, is properly and readily positioned to do exactly that. So let's get started and talk about the first topic, which is philanthropy. And you'll be hearing more about these sectors, but I'm back looking at this from a global macro perspective. Philanthropy is an industry. Now, it may be nonprofit, it may be doing well while doing good, but it's still an industry. And it's a $1.3 trillion global industry. 770 billion of that comes from individuals. That's around 1% of global GDP. So this answers the question, is philanthropy big? Absolutely. At 770 trillion of individual donations by global citizens around the world. Where is this money being sent to? On the right, you can see you have the US, Ireland, UK, Netherlands, Singapore, New Zealand, and India. And what it does in this chart, it shows where is this money being directed to? Religion, foundations, public society benefit, individuals, human services, education, which Alan Smithson will be talking about in great detail, health, arts, and cultures, okay? This is an enormous industry that up until now has not really gone through disruption, but it's poised to be disrupted by what's going to be talking about by Jerry Lopez. So what are the major trends reshaping global philanthropy? And how is Phil Social positioned to be the disruptor, to grab a significant amount of that $1.3 trillion global market share? So here are the trends. One, we're seeing digital transformation and online giving. Technology is reshaping philanthropy, making giving more digital, instant, and accessible. This is an interesting fact that was put together by a global philanthropic consulting firm. Over 50% of the donors prefer online contributions via credit and debit cards over cash and mail. This is a titanic shift over what took place 10 years ago. Next after, a leading publication shows that organizations embracing digital strategies see faster growth. Right now, online giving is 10 to 20%. It's going to be 30 to 50% by 2034. There's only one question. Who's going to grab that market share? And lastly, digital-first organizations are growing 12% faster than the average nonprofit. This is talking about the potential for significant disruption that's already just beginning, but is setting the stage for the speakers who are to come. So this isn't an option any longer. It's a necessity. So now, let's look at social media now and its next evolution. So on the left, you see a lot of common brands: LinkedIn, Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. And on the right, who I believe, under the brilliant direction of Jerry Lopez, is Phil Social. So let's look at media now and its next evolution. So what we have here is I'm trying to contextualize, again, from a capital markets perspective, how big is social media? Well, here's a chart. The leading 81 social media companies, their market capitalization is $3 trillion. So what is market capitalization? It means if the number of shares that are outstanding in the public marketplace times the price per share, you multiply those two numbers, and that's the enterprise public value of the company. In the top 10, it's close to $2 trillion. As an industry, it's $3 trillion. This is the size and scale of the opportunity that everyone here is positioned to participate in through the vehicles that will be discussed by the founders and CEOs of these opportunities. This is an extraordinary opportunity targeting a huge market. So here, why do these companies have so much market cap? Why are they so valuable? Let's look at the revenues. Annual revenue in 2024 in billions. Facebook, 80 billion. Instagram, 49 billion. YouTube, 31 billion. TikTok, 16 billion annually. As an industry, these players account for 222 billion in revenue. And I can tell you, they're only sharing a very small fraction of that. And that's one of the mechanisms that PhilSocial is going to leverage, which Jerry Lopez will talk about, the founder of PhilSocial. Now I'm going to pause here for a minute and just say, I had the opportunity to spend the afternoon with Jerry Lopez in Dubai at the invitation of Dr. Jeffrey Gann. And I have to tell you something, Jerry Lopez is a man that possesses two key characteristics. Number one, superior business intelligence. Number two, unyielding integrity. And you need to deal with people that have those two characteristics. Because if they have integrity, but no superior intelligence, they can't help you. And if they have superior intelligence and no integrity, well, then they'll steal from you. And Jerry Lopez has both, as well as other distinctive qualities that make him an extraordinary human being. And I'm proud to have met him and look forward to working with him in the future. Now let's talk about AI. Artificial intelligence is changing the world. How big is this opportunity? Again, let's take a step back. We're all here today. How big is this opportunity in front of us? Okay. Here is the annualized revenue, historical as well as projected, for the global cloud artificial intelligence market. Okay, we're sitting at a $121 billion market today between Middle East and Africa, Latin America, Asia, Europe, and North America. And it is projected to hit $647 billion within 5 years. And again, the Phil AI mining is positioning us as an infrastructure player to participate in this marketplace and win. This is cloud AI. Another element is AI and cybersecurity. Today, a little over $30 billion, projected to triple to over $90 billion in 2030. Again, these are the opportunities this community is being expertly positioned to take advantage vis-a-vis the NEVO 3.0 super ecosystem. So here is the, artificial intelligence is changing the world. And it is in my opinion that Phil AI mining will be the leading provider of the critical and scalable hardware infrastructure to AI cloud services providers. You have an extraordinary opportunity to take advantage of these global macro opportunities vis-a-vis these programs and this community at NEVO 3.0 ecosystem. So what are the key elements in conclusion? What are the key elements to success? As a venture capitalist, private equity investor, industrial turnaround specialist, I can tell you I see it's three things. It's recognizing the right opportunity for industry disruption, developing the right strategy that enables quick entry, accelerating adoption, and market dominance. And as I alluded to earlier, having the right leadership with unyielding integrity and superior business intelligence. And the NEVO 3.0 ecosystem brings and its people bring those three elements together. So I think the future is extraordinarily bright for everyone on this call who, as one of the previous speakers said, is 100% in and not looking back. That concludes my remarks. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Robert Pedraza from AI Global Legends community. What informative and in-depth sharing and research on our blockchain industries and our business, of course. So guys, this is why I said I like this community a lot, because they are able to provide me something even my university can't provide. Because yep, my university can provide me with all the terms, but they cannot provide me the terms according to our market now. So a very, very in-depth sharing by Mr. Robert Pedraza, where he shared to us the financial report, the driving force, not only just that, even the industry itself on the blockchain, AI, and even like the industries that we're working in, which is DPIN. So not only just that, he even compared to he showed us all the data that is actually available. So like I said, it's not what we have all showed you all in the past with all the report. So it is all being shown in the market itself. So that's why today we are definitely looking to be in the right place, in the right time, and of course, most importantly, with the right people. So thank you so much once again, Mr. Robert Pedraza, for the very, very informative sharing, whereby I think most of us today absorb a lot, whereby they also learn a lot of more new things. So today we work in this industry. So today we should know what we are actually working in, and this is the future. So if we do not know, or if we do not adapt to what's happening, the changes that's happening to the market, you will definitely be eliminated. So today is about the adaptation into the market we have today, and this is our future. So, yep, thank you so much. And up next, of course, we'll have our next our next speaker. Of course, we are very truly honored to welcome our very visionary leader who works in transforming not just only the blockchain world, like what Mr. Pedraza has already shared, but also communities around the world. So it's Pastor Jerry Lopez. So he's the CEO and the founder of Social and FuelCoin, which is the world's first philanthropic blockchain ecosystem. So he has over a little bit about him. He has over 17 years of network marketing experience, and also he's been in blockchain for about more than 7 years. So he has dedicated his life to global expansion, brand building, and even creating an impact through technology and faith. So not only just that, he also holds a master in ministry and also a doctorate in Christian studies. And that's why today his voice is actually broadcast to the world through about 39 churches and actually more than 800 radio stations. So family, another powerhouse that will be sharing to us tonight. This is someone who blends the technology with purpose. So let's fill the chat with Pastor Jerry and a fire emoji as we welcome Pastor Jerry Lopez, bringing us his sharing and the updates on Social.
Oh my gosh, thank you for the introduction. Can you guys hear me well? Vincent, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, Pastor.
Thank you so much. Hey, I just got to say, guys, I think we really need to give Robert Pedraza some love on that chat because, man, that information that he shared is not only valuable, but thank you so much for the time you took, Robert, this morning. And I'm sure you've been, with your 40 years of industry expertise, I'm sure you really took a dive to really give someone a great explanation about what's happening around the world with all this great innovation that we've just been blessed to be able to have the opportunity to be part of. So thank you, Robert, for that. And one of the things that I can share, guys, and I won't take a lot of your time, Robert could not have said it better, right? Times are shifting. I believe that every century a new innovation has to happen, a new shift in humanity has to happen, and we're at the fork between 2025 and 2035. We're in the biggest fork of digitalization in the planet. I think we're finding ourselves, as right now I'm here in the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, surrounded by some of our partners who are sitting here at the table with me. Guys, say hello. Those are some of our partners are here. We're over here at our table in Puerto Rico. And you walk into a restaurant now, and guess what? People are not even accepting cash anymore. There's places that, you got to have a debit card or a ATH mobile, a card to be able to even buy. Like there's places already not even accepting cash. So the question is, what do you do? How do you bank the unbanked? How do you bring, social equality? How do you really change the way giving happens for everything that we're talking about, right? So when Robert talks about, there being a $7 trillion a year industry in the philanthropy space. He's not far short from that. And I always tell people documentation beats conversation. Numbers don't lie, people do. And the truth is, that's the biggest reality. And when we got the idea of changing the way giving happens in 2015, and it wasn't until 2020 that we really understood that it was through social media. I just had two things that I wanted to make sure of. Number one, that we bring philanthropy to the peer-to-peer level, because it's always been done on an institutional level, as Robert was sharing, on a foundation level, on a government level, on a mass glow level. And unfortunately enough, out of every dollar, we'll be lucky if the end user or the end call sees 20% of that. So that was the first thing that I wanted to change. And I said, what if we don't make everyone philanthropists? What if we find a way to make sure that everyone can call themselves a philanthropist if they have something to give with? And that's when the idea came about of creating the algorithm of tracking user time on computer softwares and going right ahead and rewarding the person with blockchain tokens, which is the first thing that I learned about in 2015 when I introduced me to Bitcoin. The first thing that I went to go do, I went down the rabbit hole of what Bitcoin really represented. And the true genesis of it, a lot of people don't even realize that the genesis of Bitcoin was given away in its inception to create transaction history. So I said, well, we've lost sight of that. Let me go ahead and build a place where people have something to give that they've never had while doing something that they're already doing. So I didn't reinvent the wheel. I just redirected the way money flows. I went ahead and just found a place where I can be able to give back by giving something more that is not being done right now, which is honoring you for your time. So when Robert talks about disruption, I just did an Uber effect on social media by just simply adding a new layer of economic value, which is blockchain. So this is not rocket science, guys. The smartest things that happen in life are the simplest ones. That's why they're so hard to understand. So a lot of people, when we look at each other, and we have amazing leaders right now, probably representing 20, 30 countries, what is the one thing that you value most of your life that once you spend it, you can't get it back? It's your time. So if I can reward you for the time that you're already spending and give you something to do with it, but with one catch, the catch is very simple. Guess what? At the end of the month, when you receive these rewards from Phil Social, the app is going to tell you, hey, Vincent, congratulations. You just made 20, 30 bucks. But guess what? I need you to do something for me. I want you to go and give half of it away to people in need on their peer-to-peer causes, and you get to keep the other half. Well, guess what? You never had that whole 100% to begin with. Now I'm giving you something to give back with. So with that said, guys, Phil Social coming now into this big partnership and global footprint, Eats Meets West with NEVO, it cannot be any better. Look at the heart of your founder. Dr. Jeffrey, comes from wealth. He's a person that understands wealth because he's always seen it. But guess the one thing that he's seen? He saw necessity and he wants to fill a need. That's why NEVO's here together with people like Alan and all the other founders that are here that have extraordinary technologies. And they're like, hey, you guys got to look into this. I was laughing the other day because Alan texts me, and mind you, he has a massive AI company, and he's a friend. He's like, Jerry, go check your website. It's down. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And, these are the type of things when you have another founder, looking out for all of you guys and working in collaboration. This is what NEVO is about. What NEVO is trying to do is bring everyone from around the world together to participate in something great that brings unification and not division. So when I got with Jeffrey, with Jordan, with the entire team, and they say, hey, listen, we want to go ahead and plug in Pi to Phil Social Pro, and let's just go and change the world together. Alan has all this amazing AI technology. Now we have our gaming partners about coming down the road as well. Like, what more could we ask for? If you've been building network marketing, if you've been in 20 companies in the past 30 years, the question is, aren't you tired of being from company to company when you've now found a place that you can call home, like Phil AI and everything that's going on, and say, you know what, I am ready to go change the world with it, and this is your opportunity. And guess what? You're getting paid for your time in it. So I'll leave you guys with this. whoever's coming to speak after me, it's not about setting the bar high. It's about setting the standards correct. Every single speaker that's here today, from the beginning of this global leadership conference, everyone here has something amazing to say. And my prayer today is for everyone, regardless of your religion, is that we have a big God that blesses us, and at the end of the day, we have a big mission to fulfill, which is love. We want to love humanity, we want to love our people, and we want to do what's best for them, and we're going to do that by changing the way giving happens. So thank you guys very much. Vincent, over to you. Robert, thanks again for that great presentation. We love you guys. Look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Pastor Jerry, because I know that he's actually busy with his meetings and he still make up his time to come by on our Zoom and share with us. So once again, thank you so much, Pastor Jerry, and all please give a round of applause and put a love sign, a love emoji for Pastor Jerry.
Thank you,
God
guys.
bless you.
God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Pass me the recording once it's done, please. I want to hear from all the speakers.
No problem. No problem. Thank you so much and have a nice day ahead. All right.
God bless you guys.
Yep, Pastor Jerry is definitely right because the world is changing where we don't carry cash anymore, right? So that is where we actually change the way we flow the money, which is actually to put a focus on blockchain, and that's where they foresee the opportunity where they can focus, where they combines this philanthropy purposes with this blockchain. So with this, we can actually do more peer-to-peer philanthropy where we can not only can make changes to the technology and AI world, but we can also call ourselves a philanthropist, which is amazing. So by today, by just switching your social media activity to Feel Social, that's where you can actually get rewards in return. And how we can actually give back to the society in philanthropic purposes is that if you are to, like what Pastor Jerry has shared, if you are to receive this amount of rewards by the end of the month, you will need to at least give half of it out for philanthropic purposes, which is amazing, and that's how we change the world moves. All right. So up next, I know guys, it's been a long session, but hang out with us because there will be a few more very productive and informative session before we have our AMA session with Dr. Jeffrey and our closing and stuff. So up next, we have a true innovator and a visionary guy, Mr. Elvin Smithson. He is the founder and the CEO of Unlimited Orson, which is our very own education academy. So it is an ecosystem that is actually built to empower creators and also entrepreneurs in this especially post-AI era. So not only just that, he's also the co-founder of game-changing ventures like Metaverse, The Mall, and also Six Ventures. And he's a funny guy, whereby he even created the world's first touchscreen DJ system called the emulator DJ. So he can actually DJ for us sometimes. Yeah. So not only just that, he's been a keynote speaker on the biggest stage in the world, like TEDx and so on and so forth. So, family, the next speaker is someone that embodies innovation without limit. So light up the chat with Alan and a rocket symbol as we welcome Mr. Elvin Smithson with his updates on Unlimited. Awesome.
Wow, thank you. Man, I need to just have you follow me around, Vincent, as my hype man. You and Robert and Jerry, thank you guys so much. And Elvin as well. It's such an honor to be here and to be part of NEVO and Right Arms. And, you know, about 10 years ago, I decided to build a new education system, mainly because my kids were going through the public school system here in Canada. And I realized I was at the intersection of technology and, you know, humanity. And I kind of had this aha moment where I realized, oh my God, what they're teaching my kids may or may not be relevant in the future. For example, nowhere in the school system have they been teaching, and they still don't teach AI. In fact, they try to block it. They don't teach AI. They don't teach about robotics, space travel. They don't teach about molecular genetics, synthetic biology. They don't teach about blockchain. They don't teach about alternative currencies. None of these things get taught. And I started to realize that, if I took a step back from the education systems, I was like, oh, well, there's a lot of things they don't teach. They don't teach you mindfulness or gratitude or positivity. A lot of the things, financial literacy, how to read a financial statement, how to plan for tax strategies. These things are really important for anybody around the world. And what I realized is that we don't need to replace the education systems. We need to add on. And typically what happened was your parents were responsible for giving you all these other, lessons in life. And, parents are busy now. They're running around. Maybe they don't even have the education to do that. And so there's this kind of giant gap of real world skills and the ability to learn them. So that's what Unlimited Awesome is the ability to fill in those gaps and really encourage entrepreneurship. And so I'm going to give you guys some updates today because we've been really busy since we last saw everybody in Dubai. A lot of this may be some repeats, so people who are new to this will be seeing it. But if you were in Dubai, you'll see some I'm going to repeat a couple of things. But let's get started here. I'm just going to share my screen. Let me know when you can see it in full screen. Thumbs up. Yeah. Okay, great.
Very clear.
So Unlimited Awesome is an AI entrepreneur education system and student startup accelerator. The idea here is to pay you to learn things like mindfulness, gratitude, positivity, deep breathing, abundance, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, empathy, ethics, love. These are all things that make a well-rounded person. So before I get into more about Unlimited Awesome, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip right to what is new since the last time I saw you guys about a month ago in Dubai. So here's a quick update of everything that's going on with Unlimited Awesome. The first thing is we've pre-sold 2,000 licenses. And so we, before the product was out, we pre-sold 2,000 licenses. So that's great. And the product will be launching in 30 days from now. So we've been building in behind the scenes. We had a lot of stuff to build because it's a lot of different products all put together into one. So we've got a life wheel, which allows you to map out your life. So for example, you can give a score on your family, your friends, your career, your money, your health, all of these things. And you give it a score once a month and it gives you like a graphic that you can do, and you can do that over time. And every time you do that, we pay you to do that. Every time you do your gratitude journal, which we built a whole gratitude journal, we pay you to learn. So the product is quite robust. It'll be launching in a few days. It's coming up soon. And then what we want to do is everybody who is buying a license for this or a tuition, it's an annual tuition of $1 a day. So it's very inexpensive. And you'll be part of the Unlimited Awesome community. And what we want in the next kind of, let's say, 120 days between now and the end of the year, what we want is all your feedback in what works, what doesn't work. So it'll be great to get you in there as soon as possible, get us feedback, and you'll be actually helping us to construct the future of this, because in technology, it's perfect is the enemy of good, and perfect is the enemy of getting things out there. So we're going to get it out there. There'll be some bugs and some twitchy things, and that's fine. But what we want is all the feedback so we can make it better and better and better forever. So we've officially partnered with the Right Arms Project and NEVO 3.0. So that's a huge win for us, and we're super grateful. We're going to be doing a token launch because we're going to be paying students in our UA token, and the UA token will be launched later this year, and that will be a public token that students can earn, and mentors. We've got 160 mentors so far, and the mentors can earn for helping us create new and novel content for the community. We've partnered with Younga, which is a group, and their mission has been to empower students and empower youth to do amazing things around the world. The woman who wrote it, who made it, Kelly, is coming on to work with us. And Kelly wrote a coffee table book a decade ago, in which my daughter was inside the book as one of the student leaders, one of the 100 student leaders. So super honored to work with Younga. Now, we also came up with a way to fund this, because the entire Unlimited Awesome is owned by a foundation, and the foundation's mission is to unlock the full potential of humanity, and it's there to fund this in perpetuity. So all profits go into the foundation. The foundation's there to just deliver this and make the product better and better and better forever. And so we wanted a mechanism by which philanthropic donors, big donors around the world, whether it be companies or organizations or individuals, could donate to this. And so what we came up with is, instead of the $365 tuition, we're offering a block of 1,000 tuitions. So you can prepay for 1,000 tuitions, $100,000, and 1,000 students can go through for free. And the idea is students in Africa and different parts of the world where they really can't afford the $1 a day. We're going to be offering scholarships for those students that can't afford it. And so we're doing that through this new program where you can buy 1,000 licenses for $100,000. So that's a new thing that we came up with, and it's going well so far. Like I mentioned, we'll be launching in 30 days, but I want to highlight over the last year, I guess, year and a little bit, we've been recruiting mentors to Unlimited Awesome. And I'm just going to read a few of them here. You can see them on the screen, but the first chief AI officer at IBM, Sol Rashidi, she's one of our mentors. A professor of digital well-being at Stanford, Caitlin Krauss, she wrote a book called Digital Wellbeing. She's one of our mentors. The founder of Atari and Chuck E. Cheese, Nolan Bushnell. Former commanding officer of the U.S. Navy Training Systems, Tim Hill. The #1 futurist in the world, Mark Van Rijmenen. We have a collection of Hollywood directors, producers, authors, artists, musicians. We have professors, PhDs, but we also have the former CEO of 7-Eleven and Blockbuster, Mr. Jim Keys is on board as well. I was actually just in the Hamptons with him last week. We were at the Hamptons Classic Horse Show, which was fantastic. I just recruited at that event in the Hamptons the professor and dean of Harvard Medical School, Sanjeev Chopra. If you guys are familiar with Deepak Chopra, this is his brother, and he runs the Harvard Medical School, so he's come on. We have a partner from KKR, which is one of the largest hedge funds in the world. The founders of Therisage, Robbie and Melody Bessner, have come on board. Former executive and famous artist manager at Sony Music, Fillmore Anderson, is coming on board. Former global CTO of Lenovo, Tim Bates, is coming on board, or is on board as well. Founder of Sky Power Global. They have 100 gigawatts of solar energy deployed around the world. Carrie Adler is part of this as well. The founder of the Global Family Office Investment Summit. It's a global family office summit for family investments. That's where Robert Pedraza and I met, actually. And so Anthony is part of this as well. And senior director for new devices at Deutsche Telekom and T-Mobile, Terry Schuessler. The founder of BrainJuice, which is an AI mastermind group that I've been running with my friend Brad Rochefort. And we've been running this every week for the last 3 years. And it's an AI mastermind group of exceptional professionals. So that just gives you an understanding of all the people who are involved in this, who believe that education is the pathway to our future. So with that, I'm going to just show you a quick video here, and then I'll pass it on over.
If we do not change the way we teach, 30 years later, we'll be in trouble. We cannot teach our kids to compete with machine.
According to the study from the World Economic Forum, AI and robotics will create 170 million new roles by 2030, but it will also displace 92 million jobs.
Having now talked to a bunch of economists, they have no models for what that kind of increase in productivity looks like. We just have never seen it.
If there's one thing that I would encourage everybody to do, is to go get yourself an AI tutor right away.
Equipping kids with the tools to navigate artificial intelligence, because they're going to be on these tools at home regardless.
It turns out that AI tutoring is actually preferred by the student.
I think the single most important job for the future, people say, what should my kid become? I think the only job that's going to survive in the future down the line is entrepreneur.
Unlimited Awesome, our bold reimagining of education and entrepreneurship for the 21st century. Over the next few minutes, I'll take you on a journey from the shortcomings of our traditional school system to an immersive new model. For centuries, formal education has revolved around standardization, classrooms designed to churn out workers for assembly lines, exams that reward memorization over innovation, a curriculum built for a world that no longer exists. But today, technology is evolving at a breakneck pace. Artificial intelligence can write code, compose music, and even triage medical conditions. Robotics automate manufacturing and logistics, and quantum computing promises to solve problems once deemed impossible. Enter Unlimited Awesome, a radically new education ecosystem built from the ground up for today's and tomorrow's challenges. Uniting cutting-edge AI, human mentorship, gamification, and real-world stakes, Unlimited Awesome empowers students to become entrepreneurs, innovators, and leaders from day one. Imagine an environment where each student receives a personalized AI mentor, one that knows their strengths, learning style, and aspirations. At the heart of Unlimited Awesome lies our 6 castles of success. The first castle is perseverance. We focus on grit, resilience, and a growth mindset. The second castle is creative problem solving and critical thinking, with a focus on ideation, experimentation, and rapid prototyping. The teamwork and mentorship castle, with a focus on leadership, collaboration, and community building. The economic responsibility castle focuses on financial literacy, business acumen, and ethical capitalism. The social impact castle, with a focus on empathy, ethics, and stakeholder engagement. And finally, the environmental sustainability castle, with a focus on ecological stewardship and regenerative design. AI can scale personalization, but with human connection fuels inspiration. That's why Unlimited Awesome has formed partnerships with hundreds of global mentors, seasoned entrepreneurs, scientists, artists, and community leaders. Join now. For a small tuition of only $1 per day, you will have access to a new education system that will unlock your full potential in an age of exponential growth. So if you're wondering, it's unlimitedawesome.com. So what is it exactly? It's a global platform to build success habits. It's an AI tutor, human mentors, a virtual campus, and a fund to invest in your student startup ideas. And students, when I say students, anybody over 13 years old. We're not, we can't go under 13, but anybody over 13, you can be 13, 30, or 100. It doesn't matter if you have great ideas. The idea here is that we live in a new era. In fact, we've been using AI to build our platform as an example of what you can do with human plus AI plus technology and delivering things at a much faster pace than we could ever do before. And our mission, like I stated before, is to unlock the full potential of humanity. It's a bold mission and one that will outlive us. But if we all work together on this, we can all help each other as a community. And that's why I love the blockchain community. I love the Web3 community. And I really love what we're doing here with NEVO, because we're no longer silos doing our own thing. We're a community. We're a group together helping each other succeed. And you know, one of the great things about the business model that Dr. Jeffrey has put together is that it rewards everybody, and not just the people at the top. Of course, if you make it to the top, you make more money, obviously, because you work very hard, but it rewards everybody along the way. And I love the affiliate marketing business model. I've always loved that business model because everybody gets to benefit along the way, and you're not just spending, you know, a bunch of marketing dollars to some anonymous company to do Google ads. So I love it very much. We're going to be paying students to learn. So you're going to earn UA tokens, which you can then reinvest in student startups. You can convert to fiat. You can buy real world assets as well. So we have different badges. There's 50 badges. When you earn all the badges, you'll actually become part of our DAO, our distributed autonomous organization. And 15% of all of our profits will go into the DAO, and the DAO will be managed by our students that earn the right to do that. So you have to earn all 50 badges. The badges include podcaster, prosperity badge, product creator, investor, content creator, community impact, influencer. There's 50 of them. And they're not easy to earn, but once you have them, you'll be part of the DAO. So we break this down into 6 pillars: economic responsibility, creative problem solving and critical thinking, social impact, perseverance, teamwork and mentorship, and environmental sustainability, which is super important in the era of where we are right now in the climate. Our intelligent learning stack, we've built an entire framework for this. So starting in January, we're going to be using decentralized compute, meaning it's not hosted on any one server. We have a group of servers, kind of like the blockchain, right? Where you have a number of different nodes. instead of the nodes locking things into the block, the nodes will actually serve your questions to AI. They call it inferencing. So when you ask a question to ChatGPT, or you ask a question to, X AI, whatever platform you're using, we use multiple LLMs, so it's multiple platforms. But when you ask those questions, it's called inferencing. You're inferencing the idea. And so we're doing that as a distributed thing. Customized curriculum. So the curriculum will be different for each student based on your likes, what you don't like. And so it'll teach you based on the previous experience that the LLM has with you. So I won't get into all of this, but gamified learning is points driven, and you'll earn money for learning. I'm going to skip through that, but we started with a question. What if color, race, sex, economic status, geography, and language were no longer factors in getting a quality education and participating in global innovation? And so that was the question we started with, and it's a massive opportunity. The World Economic Forum predicts that if we can close these gaps in gender, geographic, and socioeconomic divisions in the world, we can add over $5 trillion to the global economy in the next 4.5 years. So we want to be the spark that does that. And so if you have great ideas and you want to grow them, this is a way for you to be part of something bigger and be part of the community that will help you grow these around the world. My wife and I have donated 95% of all the equity in the foundation to the foundation. So we've retained 5%, but this is our passion project. We're doing this for the rest of our lives. And Julie, my wife, is an advisor to the X Prize. She was named top 100 women of the future last year. And I've done a bunch of cool stuff in my life as well. I did write a book last year, which I think you'd be interesting. It's called 2030, A Blueprint for Humanity's Exponential Leap, about all the technologies that will impact society in the next 5 years. Well, 4.5 now, but you can get that book at 2030book.org. I mentioned we have an amazing team. I'm going to just skip through this quickly. We've got incredible mentors, and we're backed by the Right Arms Project, NEVO 3.0. These guys have been part of some of the biggest and most prolific token launches and Web3 projects in the world. SHIB, Polygon, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Rainbow Swap, Uniswap, Decentraland. These are iconic things. Miner X. You guys have been part of the biggest things in the world, and don't forget that. Some of our partners include Therasage, which they are actually, it's interesting because Therasage, those red light therapies, they pioneered that, and they're one of the largest producers of red light therapies in the world. Young Guy I mentioned earlier, Right Arms Project, and Kawaii, which is a nonprofit AI lab with over 900 AI developers. So one of the things that they're working on with us right now is developing an AI governance model, so AI can be part of our decision making in our governance, because it doesn't have an ego. It doesn't have, it's not trying to push an agenda. It's just there to make the best decisions for the community. Again, the reason why I started this was because my daughter started a shoe company, and I'm going to show you that video now because this is my why. This is why I decided to build a new education system. I didn't wake up one day and say, hey, let's change education, because that would be insane. I did this because I watched my kids go through the regular school system, and I watched what could happen when you unleash their full potential. So I'm going to switch tabs here. I'm just going to show you a quick video, and I'll end on this because this is my why, and this is why I get up every day, because it's not just my kid, it's every kid around the world, that if we give them these opportunities and give them the tools and the community and the ability to innovate, we can really change the world together.
From a tan line, an idea was born, and the entrepreneur in this girl from Mississauga was ignited.
My name is Abby, and I'm a 10-year-old inventor and entrepreneur. I have a passion for fashion. This is the Love Sandal Princess Collection flag.
A young entrepreneur. Her name is Abby Smithson.
It's actually a real company, and I have an actual product.
So how old are you?
I'm 10.
10 years old, an entrepreneur at 10 years old.
What were you trying to market anything at 10 years old?
Absolutely not.
Abby wants to inspire others with her dream big and follow your heart message.
And you came up with this?
Yeah.
Look at that.
In the summer of 2013, after Inventors Camp, I noticed my mom had ugly tan lines on the top of her foot. I thought it would be better to have a heart-shaped tan line instead, and that's how the love sandal was born.
So on that note, thank you everybody for your time. Thank you, Dr. Jeffrey, for inviting us to be part of this. We're super grateful. Thank you, Robert and Vincent and everybody for being amazing. And I feel so welcome. I feel so much part of this community, and I'm here to help. And anything that I can do to help this community, please let me know. Thank you, everybody.
Wow, thank you so much, Alan. One thing, please, you must introduce Abby to me so that I can thank her for this inspiration that you're bringing to us that we can use to actually change the world. So thank you so much, Alan.
You know, it's funny, she's 21 now, so she's a grown-up. I'll have to bring her with me to one of the events.
Okay, I will thank her for that. But anyways, yeah, that's it, guys. That's all. That's the learning. And yeah, as we all know, it's a very amazing system, a very AI system. I mean, a very something that is there will be even more than ChatGPT, I would say. One key point that I catch from what Alan have said is today we are not actually replacing the education system, but we are actually adding on. So it is amazing of what he has done, that he has really have 2,000 of license, and a good news for us that it will be launched in 30 days. So that's why, guys, stay tuned with us, and hopefully we can all earn the all of the 50 badges, and we can all be DAOs. So yep, one question that I want to bring up to you guys is why do we actually incubate this today? Is one question I can ask you guys: how much do you know about blockchain? How much do you know about technology? How much do you know about AI? We won't. We definitely has a very lack of awareness especially in this industry, because as we all know, this is an emerging industry, and we are actually in this industry. So as a traditional salesman, I will be questioning you. That why can't you? I mean, why are you not familiar with the product that you are selling? So that's why today learning is key. Every day is learning. Today we put ourselves in the shoe where we leverage all of these AI technologies with our learning. So that's why, to me, what I like about this place is, instead of working against all of these talents like Alan Smithson, we have Robert Pedraza, we have even Pastor Jerry Lopez. Instead of working against them, by being in this community, I am actually able to work with them, which is what makes our community more beautiful and amazing. Right, guys? So up next, without dragging any further, let's welcome one of our very own success story, a leader who rose through the ranks with speed and excellence. So he's Mr. Simon, and he is also our global marketing director for our community. He also holds the title for being the fastest leader to achieve R6 in Asia. So he has definitely a very in-depth background where he already has more than 20 years of direct sales experience. And he also has a proven track record of 80,000 offline network, which is built under him. So not only just that, his biggest recognition was, I would say, is by earning the Outstanding Business Leader Award, which is given by the Direct Selling Association of Malaysia. So without further ado, family, let's light up the chat with a love emoji and welcome our Global Marketing Director, Mr. Simon Chong.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone from all around the world. Great to see you all here. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Simon Chong. Okay, basically I'm from Malaysia, and I personally know Professor Jeffrey for 20 years. Okay, so the past 7 years I've been hearing about Right Arms. So I only joined Right Arm, last year. Okay, so voluntarily, as a global marketing director from Right Arm. Okay, so basically, what I would like to share more is about our community. Okay, Right Arm is a community for the past 7 years. Of course, as you all know, we've been incubate a lot of projects. Okay, as what the previous leader Kim and Alvin been sharing, okay, we are a very unique community, especially when involved in Web3 projects. We are not only like a normal platform that come and go. We are much more on bonding part, on brotherhood part, on relationship. Okay, as I share, I know I've been knowing Professor Jeffrey for the 20 years. Okay, and during the relationship, he always been sharing around the world to his friends and circle, and saying that he's been prospecting me for 20 years. Okay, and the relationship really kick in. Okay, yeah, indeed. Like Vincent said, I'm the one of the faster R6 in the RAM community. Okay, for me, it's not about my earning, of course. Okay, like Elvin, I have a downfall. I when I graduate from my degree as accountant, I never work for anyone. Okay, I'm an entrepreneur. I run direct selling. I run network marketing. As you all know, I have 80,000 downline. Okay, my weekly income is used to be like 15,000 US a week. Okay, but I have my downfall during 3 years back. Okay, I have my downfall, and I very appreciate the relationship, the bonding with Professor Jeffrey, as he never give up me. Okay, and he keep prospecting me, and as a community. Okay, he keep prospecting me and come back to me. So I'm very proud to say that to join him. Of course, I volunteer to be a global marketing director for RightArm, because I believe we need a community, okay, not only seeking for financial freedom. Yes, indeed, we all love money, okay? We want to be financial freedom, one of our dreams. But indeed, we want to be, really, like a family, where we have problems, we have challenges, we really solve it together. This is what RightArm really, want to deliver to across the world. Okay, I'm very proud to say that the past 1 year we've been seeing our community expand globally. For the 6th contingent. Of course, we haven't go to the Antarctica, to see the penguin. Okay, by the way, 6th contingent. You understand that? Okay, we have big Korean huge Korean group, Western group, North America, South America. Especially India, Asia, China. I've been very proud, really, very, very proud to be, of course, I volunteer to be a global marketing director, but I'm very, very proud to be RightArm. Okay, as a global marketing director, which I want to share more is, I wish me and my team can really go down to your markets, go down to your community to help out. Okay, you all to build the community together. Okay, as Professor Jeffrey always say that give me your 1,000 days, then we enjoy the 10,000 days together. Okay, so really, really, of course, through this opportunity, I really thank him, Professor Jeffrey, if you're here. Okay, I love you, seriously. Okay, of course, I'm back. I make my money. I get a lot. I achieve a lot of dreams. But the most important thing is I achieve. I'm able to help people, okay, to solve their problem. I'm able to, our community really, get a lot of people, on board, moving forwards, learn, grow up, solve their family problems, financial problems, okay. And lastly, okay, guys, I really wish to see you in your markets, okay, in your community. Me and my team are really, to help out for, NEVO, for RightArms, to help up your markets, to help up your, your community to grow together, to learn together, of course. Okay, of course. Okay, I mean, that's my sharing for 2 days, by the way. So because later on, we have more important people coming on board. Okay, you guys can get me, okay, through my team. Vincent is there, okay. VJ is there, okay. thank you guys. Okay, really happy to see you all. You know, especially going to everyone in the world. Okay, 6 contingents. We are really big now. Okay, 6 contingents. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Kamsahamnida. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, our Global Marketing Director, Mr. Simon. So guys, you have to know what Simon has achieved today, right? It's not impossible for you. Today, it's about the intention of you wanting it or not. So what Simon has achieved shows that it is achievable. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter who you are, as long as we move together in the right place, in the right time. You have to know the wave is already there. Today, we come just as a raindrop. Doesn't matter if you join the wave or not, the wave is already there. So just ride along the wave, stay with us, and we are going to get the best out of the whatever we are doing in the market. So, yep, like what Simon has already shared previously also, of course, we incubate a lot of projects before this. Project come and go, but we community don't come and go. We are more focused on the bonding and creating the relationship between the community. So if guys, you all haven't participated any of our events, try to participate, try to make it for our events and trainings whereby you can come by, experience it, try to feel it, try to feel us, try to feel what your leader, what your friend has actually felt and actually see within our community. Like all these leaders that they have already shared earlier, it's not about the earnings, it's not about their success, it's about the heart that they are giving. We have all been through thick and thins, and we are all tired of the markets that are full of lies, right? So today, stay within our community whereby we can create an environment that we value each other, we grow up together, we protect each other, we grow up as one. So that's it. Thank you once again for the amazing sharing, the powerful sharing by our Mr. Simon Chong. So up next, our next VIP is also one of our powerhouse leading the most exciting DPIN project in the world. So of course we have Mr. Bryann. So he has an incredible track record of building and scaling companies. So definitely a leader himself, a very visionary guy to lead us into success. A little bit about him, like he has been through a few companies like with Stanton's where he drove them into international expansion. Like with Agree10X, he helped scale the company to 100 million valuation. So definitely a person that can lead us into a big success. So a little bit that is not about him. He has also got a fame where he also represented, because he's from Singapore, so he actually represented the Singapore football national team to be their goalkeeper. So yep, tonight he's also here with us, whereby he will share all of the latest updates, all the PI updates that we have long been waiting for, right? So guys, let's once again fill the chat with PAI and welcome our CEO, Mr. Bryann Pillay.
Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, guys. Good morning or good evening, wherever you are. I know you all have been up for a bit of time. Before we bring up our founder and legend. No, not legend, founder and great inspirational leader, Professor Dr. Jeffrey. I want to thank every one of you for being here right now. Before I jump into Pillay and give you all the upgrades and what's happening around us, I would like to thank Robert Pedraza first, because the way he had shared just now, if you are listening and if you are very concentrated on what he had said, the future of the world and everything that he has said is what we are talking about. And when Pastor Jerry came on, he shared on the way we're going to go start giving. So to give to charity or to build your own income, you are here for the sake of how to earn more and how to give more. Pillay, before I go in, I need to take an apology. I have to apologize to every single one of you for all the delays that has taken place. Now, it's my duty as a CEO to make sure things go well and get things done well. Now, we had a few challenges, right? Technical challenges and debugging and all this, if you need to know, is got to be done correctly. And I'm from the army and I'm old school. I'm a businessman who's not tech savvy, but I will make sure whatever we're going to give to our community, it's perfect. Perfection is everything when it comes to digital wallet, assets, and stuff, because we are looking after your money. We need to make sure all these things are in order. So please take it from me, right? Our main testnet is already up. We are already testing. So our timeline is slightly behind, but we will make sure when we give you the product, it's superb. It's working. And every one of us are talking about not 1 year, 2 years. We're talking about 30 years. 30 years together. We need to make sure we're always progressing and always give you the best thing available. Now, Phil AI, it is in the DPIN sector, okay? And every time people ask me, can you explain? What we are is infrastructure. No, we are building infrastructure that's going to be the talk of the town, that ones that's going to make you a lot of money. We can explain it to you in simple ways. Be part of the revolution. This revolution that I'm talking about is happening as you speak. You know, today, everywhere around the world, like what Pastor Jeffrey said, the unbankable, those who can't pay with cash. You can't even use cash. You need digital money to come. And everybody today in the world, if you talk Bitcoin, straight away their eyes will open up or their ears will start listening. Why? In 2009, when Satoshi or the founders, when they did anybody believe in it? Nobody believe in it. But there are principles that the Bitcoin have set up, the scarcity, 21 million, you know, the community believing in it, and the halving that they do every 4 years. All these fundamental principles that they had has made Bitcoin now worth so much more. But they are at 2009 or 2010 or even 2011. Nobody believed in it. So why can't we in Phil AI, PAI, believe bigger? Why can't we dare to believe bigger? Why can't we say what we are having right now? Because we when we talk about NEVO, guys, it's huge. It's so huge that you need an hour or an hour and a half for each one of these fundamentals, whether you're talking about Alan Smith's education or whether you're going to talk about Jerry Lopez social media platforms. You're going to need a lot of time. And we are trying to educate, at the same time, make sure you guys earn. So for me, there's a very simple business model that I put in my head. I'm old school. I believe if we do it right and do it right the first time, everything is going to go great. Because we have, you know what, our association with Right Arm, exclusive to Right Arm. Why? 15 projects unfailed, 15 projects that they have done well, and they are leading our charge. You know, the community is right now growing, right? It's more than 8 million people. But what about the people that are going to come on board who doesn't know why? If you went out today and you spoke to every 10 people, 9 people will, 9, even 10 may not know what is PAI, what is Field Social, what is Field AI. They won't know. So the opportunity that's in front of you as our community, it's huge. It's huge. So for me to tell you this, we went to Dubai trying to launch 2,000 to 3,000 machines. What happens? People who listen to us, people who see how big this revolution is, we went on to sell more than 5,000 machines. We already have 60,000 machines running. And the goal set is by end of this year, guys, listen to me carefully. By end of this year, we will have this 60,000 machines done. The community would have grown 60,000 stronger because of people who believe in the ecosystem, the way we have set up. Remember, PAI is the heartbeat of this whole NEVO thing. The NEVO movement is run, the engine, the heartbeat is PAI. So if you are not in yet, or if you are just thinking, why is the delays? Why is this? Listen, good things, Rome wasn't built in one day. Rome was never built in one day. Everything that's good, you need to have some patience. And I am saying this again because going forward, we're going to make this an incredible story. Today, someone told me 130,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, but 2010, when people give it to me at $1 or $10, I didn't believe in it. Why can't we say PAI will be $300 or more? Why we don't believe that this thing won't happen? It's going to happen because of the way the principles have been set up, the way the scarcity is being set up. The reduction is every year for the next 3 years. The burning mechanism that's put in place. The community that we are building is all about knowing how to hold on to the tokens. The whale community is being built. In October, we're going to have an I think October, yes. October, we're going to have a ferry ride. We're going to go out and meet all the top holders of Pi tokens. So the way we are set, Pi will grow at a tremendous rate, an unbelievable rate. If you are ready, come on. More, the merrier. The community is not just about community, it's about family. The word Vincent used just now was family. The word Simon said earlier was we grow together. Many of them have shared their success story and in a short period of time. So I would like to invite every one of you, okay, if possible, come to Phuket, see how we have set up. And those top leaders, you know, those one of you are doing extremely well. You will be my private guest when you come to Malaysia to see our farm. You know, the data center that we are having, it's huge and it's being prepared to take up to 300,000 machines. The way we are going forward, it's going to explode and be part of the explosion too. Last but not least, guys, because we have someone, and I know you all have been here for a long time. Dare to dream bigger. You know, feel AI is real world. You can touch, you can feel. If Bitcoin without an office, without a leader, without a foundation are doing so well, why can't we do better? We're already in so many continents. We already have so many members. The way we are set, the explosion is there. All you need to do is to keep coming on. You know, today we have 300 people on this call. Why can't it be 3,000 people? Because if you went and told 2 to 3 people and say, listen, come and listen to what's happening, the revolution has already started. You're already part of it. If you own a machine, great. If you own 10 machines, you're super great. But all I know, Phil AI will keep going forward. And with the leadership that we have with Pastor Jerry, we have the leadership of Professor Jeffrey, all these people together, we will be a success. Thank you for giving me your time. I would like to end by saying, dare to dream bigger. Ciao. Ciao, ciao, boys. Thank you, Vincent.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Bryann Pillay, for giving us such a visionary sharing. Yep, guys, as we all know, there's some delays, but of course, like what Bryann has said, that I actually agree with him. It's doing the things right. We do the things right first. So that's why we do it right on the first time. So as what here Bryann has shared also, good things won't be built on just a day. So what we are doing today is a real world asset. It's something that you can see, you can touch, you can feel. So that is why Bryann actually, he just keep recommending you, if you can, just come by to Phuket, see it with your own eye, come and see it, touch it, feel it, even experience it. You come by soon, and then Bryann will even welcome you himself. So yeah, today it's not about just that, it's about building the whole ecosystem. It's about how the way we bring up the system as well. We have the burning mechanism and about the supply and demand mechanism. We have a lot of things going on. And it cannot be just explained in just such short speech. So if you are interested, get back to your leaders, come back to us, listen to the presentation for 1 or 2 more times. You will definitely catch it. So yep, I think we are almost towards the end, but guys, hang on first, because we are almost towards the end already, whereby we will have this global sharing session with the man who we don't need any more introduction, the one and the only visionary guy behind our global movement, our Professor Dr. Jeffrey Gunn, and he's also the co-founder of our Right Arms Project 3.0. So a little bit about him. Of course, we already know him, but just a little bit about him is he holds a PhD in finance tech from Harvard, of course, we already know. And he also has more than 10 years of leadership in network marketing. So that's why with his vision and his continuous drive in the market, he definitely has helped transform the whole RAP, which is our community, into a global community. Well, so guys, today also thank you all for being here, because without you guys, we couldn't make all of this happen. So he inspired the leaders, he inspired us, he inspired me, he empowers those entrepreneurs, he helped people from all around the world. So guys, without further ado, we are here to also listen to his sharing and his opinion. So family, let's honor him, and just type in on the chat below, DSJ, and let us we welcome our co-founder, Professor Dr. Jeffrey Gunn.
Hello, everyone. All right, thank you so much for Alan, Jerry, Robert, Simon, Alvin, Kim, for coming on our weekly, bi-weekly global webinar. This is the first, okay, and basically we didn't get much time to promote, okay, but it's a start. So I would like to say in a way whereby everyone, we're gonna host this every 2 weeks. Okay, so every 2 weeks we have a global webinar, a global update on what's going on. So good evening or either good day to all my brothers and sisters of the Right Arm and NEVO family. Okay, to all our new friends, welcome home. Okay, to our investors, pioneers, and leaders who have carried this vision through every storm. Thank you for your courage, your patience, and your belief. I believe everyone today in this call basically have invested at least 1 mega hash of Fuel AI. So that's why we are bound together. Like what Bryann said, Fuel AI is the heartbeat of the entire NEVO ecosystem. Okay, so tonight I have 2 promises for you. First, I'll be honest about where we are. Okay. Second, I'll be crystal clear about where we are going and why the next step will lift us higher than where we started. Okay. So some of you walk in with excitement. I believe some with a lot of questions. I see the Q&A partner is flooding. Some with pressure from your teams and investors. That is very normal. We are building something that doesn't fit into yesterday boxes. Okay. So we are building a future where decentralized AI serves humanity, okay? Where philanthropy and real utility are not marketing words, but living systems. So let us breathe together, okay? I'm gonna take around 20 minutes, okay? Align together and move forward together, stronger, much clearer, and more united than ever before, okay? So let's begin with the heart of the matter. Whoa, why are we here? So NEVO is not another app or token, okay? It's a living ecosystem where technology, finance, and impact converge. So inside that, Fuel AI is the intelligent infrastructure, decentralized compute, bandwidth, and environmental social governance value, okay? So woven together by a community that refuses to trade long-term integrity for short-term noise, okay? So we're not building for 30 days or 3 months or 30 months. We are building for 30 years and beyond. If you look at the tokenomics, you look at the token allocation, you understand that, okay? So we are writing a chapter our children will study in the future. The moment a community chose to build infrastructure, not just speculation, okay? Real world impact, not empty promises, okay? So that is a standard we hold ourselves to, okay? So we're gonna talk about a bit sensitive topic here. Let me begin with what's on everyone's mind, okay? So yes, our Fuel AI functions and Testnet timeline were delayed, okay, from the Dubai conference. So yes, leaders, I understand that you are faced hard questions. And yes, I know some investors are very anxious, okay? But hear me, a delay is not a defeat, okay? A delay is the discipline to build on bedrock, but not on sand, okay? So would you board a plane, okay? Imagine this, would you board a plane that skipped the safety checklist just to take off faster? Neither would I, okay? Or every extra hours we are investing in testing, security, and coordination. It's a vote for the longevity of your asset, actually, your reputation, and our shared legacy, okay? So leaders, when you speak to your team, don't say we are late, okay? Say we are fortified. Don't say we are stuck, okay? Say we are preparing for liftoff, because that's the truth, okay? So today I want to share a bit about RWA, Okay, so now let's anchor on something the world's smartest capital is chasing. RWA, real world asset. Okay, so what does RWA means for Fuel AI and for you, or either me? Okay, so I have a few things. So the first one is basically called tokenized compute capacity. Okay, a bit of education today. Okay, so it's power contract, AI workloads. So in our ecosystem, compute capacity is not theory. It's an economic good with measurable output. Okay, contracts denominated in megahash that we rented or actually we bought a machine for, and future AI machine learning workloads are real deliverables. Okay, tied to infrastructure on the ground. That is real world asset, scarce, useful, and revenue bearing. That's the most important part. Revenue bearing. Okay, because if you're participating in a project that doesn't bring revenue bearing, that means it's just pure Ponzi. Okay, so number two, on-chain economic flows with off-chain value. Okay, so when AI rendering, training, or inference workloads are fulfilled, okay, when merchants settle, when philanthropic program disperse, okay, these are real invoice and real services captured on-chain for auditability. Okay, that's utility you can point to, not just price action you hope for. I mean, everybody have price action that they hope for. Some people are getting to Fuel AI because they want the token to be $10, $100, you know, maybe $1,000. Okay, but Fuel AI is not just about price action. It's basically an on-chain economic flow with off-chain value. Okay, third, philanthropy with proof of impact. Okay, with FuelCoin integration, every ecosystem claims impact in this world. Okay, but we prove it through FuelCoin integration and Fuel Social program. Real grants, goods, and services attract to real beneficiaries. This turns doing good into verifiable, auditable RWA outcomes. Funds deployed, lives touches, communities served. Okay, so number four, ecosystem demands drivers, emails, travel agencies, a lifestyle, B2B adoption points to give Fuel AI token use cases beyond trading. Okay, so utility token must circulate where life actually happens. When we talk about Fuel AI, is going to be the center of NEVO. It's going to be the infrastructure on NEVO. It must be a real world utility token. Okay, so basically, it cannot the circulation, the bookings, the purchases, the redemptions anchors value in non-speculative demand. Okay, number five, okay, long-term sustainability via token design. So we've structured emission over decades and deflationary mechanism. Okay, we refuse the so-called pump and dump trap. Okay, and RWA itself makes sense only when the system is designed for endurance. Okay, we design for compounding adoption, not just launch week excitement, or we call them hype, or we call them FOMO, feeling of missing out. Okay, so in simple terms, Fuel AI value is not wishful, it's workful. So we need to put in the work. Okay, we monetize compute and real services. So we monetize real-life computing and services. We route this value through an audited, impact-driven loop. That's why serious builders, serious merchants, and serious philanthropists is converging into NEVO and into also investing into Fuel AI. Okay, so before we discuss what's next, okay, remember what is already true. Okay, the Fuel AI infrastructure is deployed right now, 60,000 machines scale at Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Okay, validating the thesis that real compute can live inside a community-owned ecosystem. Okay, FuelSocial and FuelCoin connect our technology to real world giving already. That is the soul of our movement, crypto for good causes. Okay, merchant pathway, like traveling companies in this few weeks, you will see traveling companies, e-malls, B2B merchants are being ready to convert utility into everyday's life. Okay, compared to projects with only a PDF and a dream. Just now in the Q&A, I actually saw one guy say, "Where's your white paper PDF?" So to us, is compared to projects with only PDF and dream, we are standing on steel and stone, infrastructure, partnership, pathway, and a community that shows up. That's the most important part, right? Okay, so now that the part you've been waiting for clear and specific updates with timelines you can carry back to your community. Okay, this is the important part. Okay, so NEVO back office, okay, the back office maintenance and upgrade is already ongoing right now as we speak. In approximately 10 hours, okay, our withdraw function, transfer function, and swap function will be enabled, okay, and basically it also means that our calculation on our back office is confirmed 100% already. Okay, so that's why we will enable the withdraw, transfer, and swap function. Okay, that means you will regain the operation tools your team rely on, so you can move asset, manage flows, and continue building confidently. Okay, so throughout this testnet period, okay, so all of you should know that our testnet, for any blockchain company, our testnet is usually around 30 days, so that we have a test pilot, proof that there is no bug, everything is fixed, and then when we go on the mainnet, we can get static to verify, we can get a lot of big company to accreditate. Okay, either big company accredited. So throughout this testnet period, okay, basically that's a surprise for all of you. Okay, during this testnet period, all PAI that you, if you want to test the swap function to FuelCoin, okay, the price will be fixed at 50 cent dollar value to PHL token. So a PAI token will be fixed at 50 cent. Okay, during this testnet period. Okay. Meanwhile, the quota deduction for matching and same rank bonus remains calculated at 1 cent per pi initially, and will gradually increase towards around 10 cents as we approach mainnet launch in the first week of October. So meaning that your quota, okay, will not be deducted a lot, but every PAI in your system, when you want to swap it for FuelCoin or either list it on Bitmart, basically it's worth 50 cents per token on this testnet period. Okay, a flat 50 cents per PAI token. Okay, so it means your quota is conserved, while the testnet PAI token has real swap value at 50 cents when converting to FuelCoin. Okay, so simple example, if you swap 1,000 PAI to FuelCoin during testnet, it's valued at $500 equivalent for the swap. Okay, but quota deduction is computed at 1 cent per pi initially, so the quota impact is only $10, not $500. Okay, we let the initial adopter to actually able to mint PAI token at literally 1 cent to 10 cents in this testnet period. Okay, so as we approach mainnet, that 1 cent gradually sets up towards 10 cents, and then once in the mainnet, basically it will follow the live price on decentralized exchange and centralized exchanges. Okay, so did I miss anything? Okay, okay, so the third one, pre-sale promo. Okay, so a lot of you that have all of us actually in this Zoom right now. Basically, we have participated in the pre-sale of FuelAI. So every $2,500 machine, or we call it the P50 machine, we will get rewarded with 2,500 FuelCoin, thanks to Jerry and from Fuel Social. Okay, and every $5,000 machine, which is the P100 machine, basically you get an airdrop of 6,000 a unit of FuelCoin, thanks to Fuel Social and Jerry Lopez. Okay, so basically the FuelCoin airdrop for pre-sale promo will commence within around 2 weeks. Okay, aligned with the NEVO back office, linking towards the Fuel Social Pro back office. So meaning that you'll be getting the FuelCoin in Fuel Social Pro back office, not in NEVO back office. Okay, so leaders, prepare your team, educate them on how to verify eligibility and receive. If they never receive, please actually write it into your support group. We will announce once our NEVO back office system is completely linked with Fuel Social Pro back office system. Okay, so for those leaders, okay, that community leaders or either active distributor that actually that brings to our Dubai conference, you have the Dubai sponsor promo. So the 10 mega hash and the 15 mega hash contract for our Dubai sponsor promo will be delivered to all active distributor accounts also within the next 2 weeks. Okay, within the next 2 weeks. Okay, and basically it ensures distributor accounts are active and in good standing to receive credit seamlessly also. Okay, so within these 2 weeks, okay, you will also see a few I would say utility that is going to be launched. So the first thing is the Unico Lost Guard protocol. Okay, for those of you who don't know about it, it's a protective layer to increase user confidence and mitigate downside risk. Okay, that you can subscribe to a 36-month or 16-month capital guarantee program or either a profit guarantee program. Okay, we are also going to launch a travel incentive tool. Okay, for you to be able to convert community participation into real travel utility and reward. Okay, we are also going to launch the DeFi borrowing and lending protocol. Okay, we're expanding capital efficiency for ecosystem participants so that we, if the token is not at your desirable target price, you do not need to sell them at the current point. You can actually just stake and borrow against your token. Or for those of you that have a lot of token and a lot of liquidity, you can also make additional passive income from staking your FuelAI token with a stable token. And basically, you'll be getting additional reward from the liquidity token allocation, okay, which is basically 3% of our entire FuelAI ecosystem. And also the staking, which is 10% of token allocation, which is from our entire token location also. Okay, so and our credit card, crypto credit card will be also in these 2 weeks. We will allow for application already, so that you're able to apply for your crypto credit card, and basically you can we call this, you can stake. It's not stake. It's not called stake. You can escrow your PAI token to act as a credit limit to your credit card. Okay, and basically, of course, we also have our Fuel Social Pro tool that's going to be launched within this 2 weeks also. Okay, so all of this will be linked to our NEVO back office, and basically you can also basically hyperlink it to the platform or the service provider. Okay, so I would like to say in this way is this is what disciplined progress looks like. Okay, unlock core, we unlock core functions, conserve quota, deliver promise and promos, and we launch a tool that turns holder into users and users into evangelists. That's all I like to say. So a bit of recap from what I shared just now. Okay, to my leaders. Okay, I see you. Okay, I see all of you right now. Okay, for those of you who are still staying in this Zoom, okay, thank you so much for your patience. This is a very long-winded Zoom. Okay, I will follow the next 2 weeks when we host a global webinar. We will try to concise it within 1.5 hours. Okay, so you have held the line. Okay, leaders, thank you so much. You have held the line for the timeline stretch. Okay, you've explained, reassured, and sometimes absorbed the frustration so your team could stay focused. Thank you very much. Okay, so here are some of the simple talking points you can use tomorrow. Okay, we are in the Fuel AI is always in the RWA sector. Okay, Fuel AI value is tied to real compute and real services, not just charts. Okay, call functions return in the next 10 hours. Okay, so basically, withdraw, transfer, swap. So operation will be normalized. Okay, during Testnet. Okay, a very good, I would say, real world value. Okay, where Fuel AI, you talk to Fuel Social or FuelCoin, basically it's at 50 cents per PAI, while quota deduction starts from 1 cent and gradually rises towards 10 cents. Okay, by mainnet, quota is protected, value is honored. Most importantly, okay, quota is protected, value is honored. Okay, so FuelCoin airdrop begins in the next 2 weeks. So once the back office are linked, we will allow Jerry and the Fuel Social team will airdrop their FuelCoin to all of you. Okay, so make sure that you sign up for Fuel Social account. Okay, so and just by adding, just how Vincent say change. No, adding a social media, an additional social media to your life. Basically, you're able to make additional $20 to $30. And for Fuel AI machine holder, you make 3 times that amount. Okay, so thank you to the Fuel Social for supporting Fuel AI and also our right arm community. Okay, so the Dubai promo 10 megahertz or 50 megahertz promo gift. Okay, it will land also within the next 2 weeks once we finalize the numbers. Okay, so feature of wave is imminent. Okay, so like for example, Unico, Level 2, DeFi, Bryann lending, crypto credit card, Fuel Social Pro, all this will be expected before the Phuket training. Okay, so use this point in your group. Okay, your Zooms, I will actually do a write up. Okay, and then basically I will also share to all of your group so they can use this point tomorrow to actually update your investors or update your team and communities. Okay, so use this point in your group, your Zooms, and your one-to-ones. Okay, consistency build confidence. Okay, I understand that. Okay, so I hope all of you also understand this. Consistency builds confidence. Confidence compounds momentum. Okay, so I hope that everyone through the information that you get today, through the sharing points that you get today, that builds up confidence and that will compound into momentum for our ecosystem. Okay, so another important leaders update, we will hold our high-level leadership training at the Phuket Blockchain Technology Center from 22nd September to 25th September. So it's already fixed. Okay, so a lot of them still ask us whether it's fixed. It's already fixed. 22nd September to 25th of September. If you haven't submitted your name list, please do so immediately. Okay, this cohort will be the first batch trained to showcase and prove Fuel AI technology to your teams and visiting guests at the Phuket centers, hands-on, verifiable, repeatable. Okay, so you will leave Phuket with demonstration mastery. Okay, how to present the RWA story, how to show the technology, and how to answer the tough questions with calm authority. Like how I'm always very calm because I have information and I have knowledge about the entire ecosystem. Okay, and this is not a motivational camp. Okay, This is an enablement boot camp. Okay, we train leaders to win with truth and tools. Okay, I always say our community we uphold three things only: function, training, and coaching. Okay, so let me tie it all together. We choose discipline over hate. Okay, that prevents that preserves your reputation and your upside. Actually, okay, we position Fuel AI as an RWA, compute service impact that the real economy recognizes. Okay, we are unlocking core functions in the next 10 hours. Okay, so you can move with confidence. We are rewarding early engagement with 50 cents per pie to fuel social swap while protecting your quota. We are delivering airdrops, promo contracts, and new utilities within the next 2 weeks already, because utility is the most honest marketing. So if you can use it, it's the most honest marketing. Okay, so we are training leaders in Phuket. So our story scales with clarity and truth. Okay, so this is not a random progress. Okay, this is an architecture that we have. That is the recipe of success for the last 7 years. We stage everything very meticulously. Okay, so this is how you build something that lasts very, very long. Okay, or either I like to say lasts a lifetime. Okay, so all my family, hear my heart. Okay, history will not remember those who shouted the loudest during market noise. History remembers those who built the longest under pressure, okay, with quietly, steadily, and relentlessly. Okay, tonight I ask you to stand, or today, because it's my night time actually, I ask you to stand with me in 3 ways. Okay, stand for the truth. When you speak of Fuel AI, speak of real world asset reality. Okay, computing, service, impact, not rumors. Okay, number 2, stand for each other. Okay, we are a community, we are a family. Okay, leaders, guard your team. Investors, guard your leaders. Okay, we rise together or not at all. Okay, number 3, stand for the long game. 10 hours from now, your tools reopen already. Okay, 2 weeks from now, your promos and features roll in. Okay, weeks from now, okay, we step into mainnet in the first week of October. Okay, and years from now, our children will say they built the rails for a better world. Okay, so this is our moment to turn patience into power. If you believe in the next 3 to 5 years, the whole world will be using AI. Okay, vision, turn your power vision into velocity and community into legacy. Okay, and thank you for your faith. Thank you for your fire. And thank you for choosing to build the future with us in Right Arm Project and NEVO. Okay, thank you everyone. Okay, it has been a pleasant evening. Okay, hope everyone have a great week ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless all of you. Thank you so much. And Professor Dr. Jeffrey, okay, and signing out. Thank you so much. Bye everyone.
Wow, thank you so much. What a powerful sharing and very informative sharing from our beloved Professor Dr. Jeffrey. So also a very big thank you once again to all of our amazing speakers for those powerful words and updates. So family, before we close, let me share you a very important updates. So as we know, starting from next week onwards, I believe some of you have heard of it already, we will host our weekly Zoom session. So it will be a six session a week, where it will be fixed time. So this will allow all our leaders across different time zones to actually join consistently and participate in our structured learning. So mark your calendar, guys. The screen has been shared, so you can actually see the weekly Zoom schedule. So we'll send out a more detailed format out to you all soon. So this is your chance to learn, to grow, and of course to lead together, because today our sessions won't only just consist of presentation. We will do a lot more different kind of leadership training, communicationship training on how to up rank kind of queries and stuff. So, yep. So, and with that, we officially come to the end of tonight global online conference. So this is where we all gather together. So like what Dr. Jeffrey has said, we'll do this once every 2 weeks. So to keep everyone updated, to keep everyone in touch. Not only just that, a heartfelt thank you that goes out to our community leaders, our VIP speakers, and most importantly to all of you here who have joined us today from all around the corner. So tonight, proof once again that when we come together, we don't only just build project, right? We come here to build legacies. We make impact to the future of AI, blockchain, philanthropy, and many, many more to come, right? So if you're inspired tonight, if you're excited, light up the chat one last time with the fire emoji or a muscular emoji. So thank you. Stay inspired, guys. Stay united. And let's continue to ignite dreams and build our legacies together. So I'm Vincent here, signing off as your host, wishing you all a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. And thank you. And I'll see you in our next session.